Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. All praises be to Yahawah, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. And Shalawam to the Lord's hope for elect 144,000. As well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves in this truth, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. You know what I'm saying, man? Man, sometimes, man, you just gotta, we gotta laugh. You know, I think I'm just flowing in the spirit, but sometimes we just gotta laugh, man. You know, I was listening to Terrence Howard, man, and he was talking about, hey, Diddy hit me up, man, talk about he wanted to hang out, man. I was like, yeah, you telling us that, man, but we know you got poked, man. Okay, yo, you don't make it to no level like that and not getting poked. I don't look for you people. You like, that's my favorite rapper. He a real one. He ain't gonna give his ass up. Yeah, he gave his ass up. Believe that, man. That's my favorite actor. Denzel ain't giving it up. Denzel giving it up like a little bitch. All right, man. I was just laughing at that shit. Because he's really sitting here trying to convince us that he ain't getting poked, man. I'm sorry, man. These them same spirits, man. Y'all gotta laugh with me. These them same spirits, man, that used to do the Feast of Bacchus back in the day. You know, they used to be all up in the Romans and the Greeks' faces, that was sacrificing pigs upon the altar. You know, that was when Jason came, they was with it. They was like, yeah, let's do them gems. Let's do them new gems. Let's do that. I'm with that. These them same dudes, man. Them LeBron Jameses, them Michael Jordans. Yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah. Yeah, Kobe Bean Bryant. Yes, indeed. Not Cole. Not Cole. Man, shut up, man. Y'all holding on to Babylon so damn much, man. Lamentations 4:17, man. You holding on to a city that can't save you. Okay? This place is wicked. The scripture said, if we could have saved Babylon, but we can't. Right? The potential that Babylon had, you know, but it's a dusty ass kingdom. You know? It's a dusty kingdom, man. Genesis, the 3rd chapter, explains it, man. All right, from the beginning, we know the end from the beginning. Okay? Esau was given the dust of the earth, so when he's in rulership, the dust of the earth is in rulership. So the technology and things of that nature, the way that this kingdom is ran, this is one of the weakest kingdoms. Egypt, in its heyday, was greater than this. When we figuring out, we understanding that the pyramids were big power generators, right? And these type of technologies, technological, you know, advancements, because it's actually advanced from this shit, right? This technological advancement would have been used back in the day, versus now, when we paying for technology. But back in the day, electricity was free, bro. So how great is this kingdom? We paying for electricity, water. These things were free, right? You know what I'm saying, man? Yo, duh, yo. So, this is the dust of the earth. This is the dust of the earth, right? And y'all uplifting. These wicked 2/3 is uplifting Esau, holding him to a higher standard. Like, this is our master. This is our. Why are you serving this weak ass dude, man? Because you don't know no better. Because you don't want to read the scriptures and be diligent and seek and understand that this is the weakest kingdom. Look, we go through gold, right? You go through the whole statue, all right? And at the bottom is clay. And that's the other nations, right? Iron is Rome. Gold was the Babylonian Empire, okay? So looking at that, the Babylonian Empire was, you know, as it was set up, it was a lot of gold. It was actually a nice advanced civilization for it to be what it was. Because the Medo-Persian Empire, you know, it was straight, but it wasn't as nice as the Babylonian Empire. As everything went, they dwindled down. You know what I'm saying? It all dwindled down. Okay, yeah, advances might have got better in certain areas in certain ways, but when it got to the Greeks, they were just copycats. They were just taken from what the other civilizations had. That's why Alexander the Great, his men, they were starting to look at him like, you know, you're taking wives of these other nations, you're taking on their cultures, and you're becoming like them, right? I watched this little documentary on him, and how his men were feeling about him when they were conquering all these Persians and all these other nations. He was taking on all the customs and cultures of the land. You know, every land that he conquered, he was taking on all the stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then that trickled down to his men not liking him and despising him in that manner. And he was also a Mo, right? Also a Mo, man. So the empires got weaker as it went. With, first and foremost, us being the strongest. King David, King Solomon. And then as it fell, you got these heathens ruling. So it's just only going to get wicked and weaker as it goes, because it's no understanding on the planet no more. And from the ones that's ruling it. So when the wicked rule, the people mourn. When the righteous are on authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people mourn. Right? So understanding that, man, is getting back to my base point. Esau gives you the dust of the earth. It's no understanding. Because going through that history, when Rome fell, you know, they would tell you Rome really fell around 400 AD, 426 AD if you look it up on Google. But we know Rome was it was really falling around 200. You know what I'm saying? Because then you had even around what 100. You have to look it up. The time of the 5 good generals, right? That was Jake. So these Edomites were constantly falling. You know what I'm saying? Their rulership was being took from them. But yeah, I'll say around 300, 400 AD, it was constantly falling, and these Edomites were being driven into what? Caves, Caucasus Mountains, etc., etc. Right? Going back to their barbarian, their savage nature. They are the true savages. Right? And then we ruled the Byzantine Empire. That so-called Dark Ages, but it was more technological advancements. It was more knowledge. It was more understanding. It was more colleges, universities. Right? Knowledge was flowing upon the earth. Even though we was in our wickedness as well, because under Islam, under different type of, you know, false gods and things of that nature. But still on the same manner, it was Jake ruling. So it was better than what the world was used to. Right? But hey, it was all destined for us to fall and them to come up out of that because of scripture, of prophecy. What Yahawashi said would happen. And what Yahawashi said would happen, happens. Everything that the prophet said would happen, happens. It's all inspired by Yahawah. Right? He sent all these men. Okay? And all those men uplifted Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and glorified him. Through them doing what they did, Yahawah is glorified. And we doing the same thing. We doing the same thing. Glorifying Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You know? At the end of the day, these men like Terrence Howard and Diddy and Jay-Z and these clowns, they don't glorify Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. They glorify their fucking self, and they glorify Satan by doing things of Satan, doing practices of Satan. Alright? So, you know, we don't, whatever they say, it's whatever. They lie. An actor is a paid liar, a trained liar. Right? Keep that in mind. Okay, these actors are paid liars. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is dealing with the prophets. He's dealing with us. Okay, the men of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Men that stand boldly, that keep that name, and that push it properly, and not scared of it. Not scared of the repercussions and the consequences that come with it. Regardless. You know what I'm saying? And Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is with us through all of that. We have faith that he's with us. You know, and that's a beautiful thing. Alright? So, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I hope brothers got a good little laugh. You can go watch that. Look up that Terrence Howard interview with some Edomite dude, man. He's asking him about Diddy approaching him. You know, and Terrence Howard's like, my assistant, man. She said he wanted to hang out with me, man. And my assistant said, I think he's trying to fuck you. I was like, nah, man, I ain't with that, man. We know Terrence Howard responded to the call, I'll be there. I'll take you there. It's hard out here for a pimp, man. Because how else would you get all these big roles, and things of that nature, man? We understand. Hey man, just admit it, man. Okay? You know, and that's what happened to these one-hit wonders. You get a hit, but then you don't want to do the split. Hey, Hollywood wicked as hell, man. Alright, it's wicked as hell. So hey, with that being said, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone that rule well and teach well and sincerity taught us is true. Shalawam to the Lord's hopefully elect. I ain't hit too many precepts, man. It was just a quick little late night chat. More so on I think I'm gonna entitle this one, you know, I don't know. Diddy wanted to play, man. On everything they say is a lie. That's it. That's the title. Everything they say is a lie, or don't believe the hype. Yeah, don't believe the hype. You know, because don't believe the hype of these wicked ass celebrities, man. Alright, Kwam Yasharahla and a Bible ball to this wicked kingdom. May this bitch fall soon. Alright, brothers and sisters, continue to endure out there, maintaining yourself and waiting on that reward that is promised to the elect. Alright, Shalawam.